Let's say you've got the interview. Here are 7 tips to make sure it goes well. 7 tips I like to say to help you slay your interview. Number 1, be on time. This is critical. Arrive at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes ahead of time. What if the act or the person before you doesn't arrive? Then that means you may get bumped up. What if there's a problem? You need to be prepared. This will also give you an opportunity to relax and to go over your notes. So number 1, be on time. Number 2, dress professionally. Ladies, wear a dress. Stay away from stripes or polka dots or things like that. If you want to wear a suit, that's fine, but look professional. I suggest you stay with one color. I think that's always safe. Black or blue, that's always safe. If you want to add a little pop of color, that's good. Just try to stay with solid colors. Don't wear earrings that are too big or are dangling or bracelets that make a lot of noise. Remember, the focus is you. And if you wear distracting jewelry, then the person watching will be watching your jewelry. So try to make sure that your earrings and your bracelets aren't distracting. Men, I suggest that you wear a suit. Try to stay away from ties that have too many polka dots or stripes because that can be distracting. Another suggestion is if your business has a logo, wear your uniform because you want to get the word out about your business. And what better way to do that is than to wear your uniform. Number 3, forget about the cameras. Don't worry about the cameras. Consider yourself a guest in someone's home. Talk to your host. Talk to the person that's interviewing you. They will get the shots they need. Trust me. 4, keep your answers brief but informational. This is key because you want to get in as much information as possible. So be brief. If they ask you something like, what is your product about? Tell them what your product is about. How can we purchase your product? Make sure you mention your website and where people can actually purchase your product. Try to stay away from yes and no answers because that doesn't do you a bit of good. If they even ask you a yes or no question, for instance, can I buy this in the store? The answer would be yes. But what you want to do is say, you can buy this in retailers, blah, blah, blah. Get it? You want to take advantage of that time to really promote your product and talk about why you're there. And if your product is in a store, say, yes, you can buy my product at blah, blah, blah. Try to stay away from yes and no answers. And this brings me to number 5, don't ramble. That's why I want you to practice. I want you to practice what you're going to say. And that means practicing the 4 W's, the what, the where, the why, the when, and even the how, so that you're prepared for any question that comes up. Here's a pet peeve of mine. Don't make the host or the interviewer do all the work. Make sure you send your press release ahead of time and that it has all the information they will need in order to interview you. This is about you. You're giving information to the viewer, but always remember that this interview will definitely help you. So make sure that they have the information to ask you questions that you can answer, instead of making them go Google information and stuff like that and have to look it up. Make sure they have all the information at their fingertips. And last but not least, practice, practice, practice. If you need to go to the bathroom and practice before your interview, feel free to do that. If you need to practice a day ahead of time, an hour ahead of time, just practice in the mirror, practice with your best friend, and this will make a huge difference when you get to do your interview.